Okay, I am speaking with the, I can't describe who I am speaking with. He is so famous. He like the next king of Jewish music. He he like I am shocked I am getting a interview with him. It's
You
like
the
a it's
it,
like a miracle.
it's not such a miracle. It's a pleasure to be here with you, Yuda. And I like the name of your podcast. Let us just talk.
It's like a miracle. I've been trying for how many times? A year
I don't
now?
I don't know, but we're here. We're together, right?
Yeah,
Right?
I
Baruch Hashem. Life is hectic. It's hard, but it's a pleasure to finally meet you face to face.
you do. I
Thank
cannot
you.
believe I'm getting a interview with the famous Baruch Levine.
Thank you, Yuda. What do you want to know? What do you
Okay.
want to know? What do you want to know about me, or what don't you want to know about me?
Um, do we have time to play music or
I
not
don't have
really?
my. I don't really have my. Actually, just my studio's not set up yet. We were just doing some work in the house, so
No,
it's just me and my voice.
I mean me me playing a, one of your songs.
You could play. You could play. Yeah, sure. Do you want to play? Do you want to plug it in afterwards, or you tell me? You want to play a song now?
Yeah, I will
Okay, go.
love to.
Sure.
Uh, okay, because we
Okay.
have short time and I want to get through all the questions. Let's do it fast.
All right. Let's try.
Um, where did you grow up and where do you live now?
I grew up in Toronto, in Canada, and now I live in Waterbury, Connecticut, and then a bunch of places in between. I spent a lot of time in Eretz Yisrael as a bocher and married, but now we settled in Waterbury for now, if we can call settling in Gullus settling, which not really is the case.
Yeah. Um, where did you go for elementary and for high school?
I learned in Eitz Chaim schools in Toronto for elementary school, and for high school, I learned in Ner Yisrael, Toronto.
Wow. Did you go to base Medrash or did you go to college?
I went to Beis Medrash in Yeshiva Taras Moshe in Yerushalayim, Yeshiva's Mir, and in Lakewood in BMG.
What, you didn't go to college?
I got degrees after I got married. I got a master's in educational leadership, and I got smicha. But that was after, like, while I was in Kollel, did some of that college online. So that's my educational resume.
What? Okay. At what age did you start singing, and do you think it helps you in your performance profession now?
Yeah, I think so. I grew up I loved music just since I was a little kid. I grew up in Toronto. They didn't have really then like a choir. It was already after the times of Toronto Boys Choir. But I sang on some of A.B. Rottenberg's albums. As a kid, I sang on The Golden Crown. I sang on Journeys. I sang on De Vekas, the famous Hamalach HaGoel solo. That was me. And I think just, I sang a lot in camp. Camp will go to Toronto, where I grew up when I was a younger camper. So I think it helps that, I don't know, I've been in music for a long time, and every bit of experience helps, especially sometimes you're on stage and there are younger children that are singing sometimes a child soloist, and then you're able to kind of relate to the nervousness and the excitement and all of those emotions that might be going through children as they're singing on a stage.
Is that you or me?
No, that was me. I did not take the call.
Oh, okay. How did you first, hold on, at what age did you start singing?
So I started again, like I said, as a child I sang more for like a hobby. I didn't really start singing until after I was married a few years, and like I put out my first album. Of course I sang as a bacher and I sang in camps, um, but not really professionally, if you could say it, until I put out the Vizakani album in 2006.
Oh, okay. Hold on, did I introduce you before we got started? I am interviewing. I think I did I?
You introduced me, sure.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
introduced the most famous person in the world, and I am honored having a interview with him. Like get back to it. Uh, how did you first get drawn into music, and how did you first get started in music?
I was very drawn to it. I come from a family. My father's quite musical. My grandfather was a big chazan. My father was a very big fan. He even knew a little bit personally of Shlomo Carlebach, and I remember him as a child. I saw him a few times personally. So I was very drawn to his music, and my father's chavrusa in Toronto was A.B. Rottenberg, and our families were close, so there was a really nice connection there. And then I think I did okay in school as maybe average as a boy going through grade school, but what really gave me so much excitement and anticipation was just waiting for summer camp every year. Those were like the real um, exceptional months of my life were Julys and Augusts. So I got a lot into it there, sang at the cantatas, sang in the color wars, and it was really something that I needed. And I feel like a lot of children need that today. Schools are doing a great job, but there's something that camps do that is so important and so vital for those kids that need it.
Speaking about camps, are you a camp director?
No, I was a division head in Camp Rayam for almost 10 years. After we got married, we were living in Eretz Yisrael. We came home for the summers, and I definitely developed a lot there, both in chinuch. I'm now a menahel in Waterbury and in music, but today I'm not. Like Baruch Hashem, the year's busy, and the summer I could say I'm in a camp almost every day. After Tisha B'av, but it's not. Different camps. It's really nice to be there. I really could relate to it, and it's very enjoyable, and I really love every moment. So I guess I'm not in one camp. I'm in 10 camps or 15 camps or whatever.
Yeah. Um, what what kind of theme or message are you trying to promote, and how do you connect with your audience?
That's a great question. I like, there's so many singers and so many artists, and every artist has really their message that really resonates with them. And for me, it's a lot about Torah. I grew up in Litvish yeshivas, and to us, that was the way of connecting to Hakadosh Baruch Hu was through learning Torah, Talmud Torah connected Kulam, and of course many songs about that, and of course the Harevna songs, Toivli Torah's Picha, like you played before. I connect very much to Neshama songs about the Neshama. We have Elikai Neshama and the Hevi Yedeya, a lot of songs along those lines. I like trying to bring out very, very specific themes of Yiddishkeit through song, very specific messages. Um, Avi Romberg, told me once that a song is another way for Perush Hamilim, meaning, of course, sometimes an English song is saying a story and saying a message, which is really nice. But a lot of times, um, putting a tune to lyrics, even people see every day, is a way for people to understand the message, even if they don't understand every word. I think a song like Vizakani has a certain tone of bakasha and almost begging a Kaddish Baruch Hu, to give us that bracha of children who follow his ways. And even a song like Moedim Anachulach almost like it's a major tune, a kind of happier tune, which gives over that feeling. So my messages are, I guess yeshiva, Orthodox culture and life, and the day to day, the cycles that we live through as Yidden in our community. Those are usually my messages.
Wow. Um, Speaking about A.B. Rodenberg, I know he is a very good friend of yours,
Yes, I'm gonna call him a
and
friend.
he,
I have a lot of respect for him. He's, and
yeah,
it's very that I could call him a friend, but he's also more almost like a mentor, a bit of a Rebbe in a certain sense.
yeah,
Yes.
he
Know
is
him.
a very good friend of mine too.
You're lucky. Yeah.
Yeah. Before before you decided to come on my podcast, did you speak to AB and ask him what it's about, what we
I
talked
didn't speak
about?
to Katie, but I saw that you had done a podcast with I don't know how many you did, but I saw that you had done one with Shlomi Dax, which I enjoyed very much. And it's I always wanted to find the time to come on. So Baruch Hashem we did.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
You have another but you want to end with a final question or anything like that? You can.
No, I want to try to push it more, get more questions in.
Okay, but I have to I said I have to go to Myrav Night Seder soon, but let's see. Another 2-3 minutes.
Okay. What what is what is your pivotal moment in your music career that changed everything for you?
A really good question. I think, it's hard to say that there were like specific moments. I'm grateful for my journey through Jewish music is very organic, was very real. I don't know if I ever had a moment that was like viral that all of a sudden, you know, I was thrown into so much fame and recognition right away. Obviously, the CM Shas was a very big one. The fact that 2 years after my first album, when Vizakeni was starting to become a real tefillah that people were singing, I would say that maybe was my most pivotal moment. And then there were a lot of moments along the way where we were able to create really nice messages, like Baharevna, that video and that song, what it did for people. Um, and Vizakeni for Bainei Olam was a really nice one. Those are some things that I could remember offhand.
Wow. We're going to skip one question. I hope we can get to a lot more. Um, what goes through your mind before you have to sing?
Um, I try to look around, even though I do this sometimes very often, sometimes 3, 4 nights a week. I try to look at the crowd and say, well, maybe are people here that it's the only music concert they've been to a whole year. Maybe there are people here that have never even heard of me. Um, and if I put myself into that mindset, it will give me a freshness instead of coming in and saying, "Oh, I sang last night. I'm singing somewhere tomorrow night." But to really be present and to think about the messages, say a little kapitel tehillim beforehand, and to stay rooted and connect with the people that are coming, and give them what they came for, what they deserve. And if I don't, it's not going to be a good performance. So there's no choice, anyways.
Yeah. Um, okay. When you when you're not performing, what do you do?
So I'm a Rebbe. I was a Rebbe for many years, fifth grade in Waterbury, Connecticut. Now I'm one of the Menalim. I run the curriculum for first through fifth grade, something I've done for many years to work with the Rebbeim, interact a lot with the Talmidim. So that you could sort of say is my day job. Really gives me a real sense of mission, sense of purpose. I give a Kinyan Masechta shir every day to some wonderful balabatim we learn together. Really infuses my day with so much meaning. And otherwise, we're always trying to create, as singers, when you're hired to do a concert or a show or a kumzitz or a wedding or a bar mitzvah, that's really, really nice. But then sometimes we need the downtime to come up with projects and create more ideas and stuff like that. A lot of our stuff we did off the record albums, the nostalgic albums, the Kumsitz albums, were things that I wouldn't have done if I didn't have downtime.
Yeah.
Let's end this
I
one, Yehuda, because I gotta go to my chavrusa.
okay. How many questions do we have time for?
I would say one.
One.
Yeah,
Um,
give me your last one.
can I have three fast ones?
Okay,
Um,
three fast, and I'll
one.
answer them.
One. Every time someone says the magic word, do they need to pay Benny Friedman for it?
And what, the Opa?
Yeah.
No, that was just a joke. We had a good time with that.
Oh,
Next.
um, do you, um, the short video that you were racing to the show, who waited for who by the stoplight?
By the stoplight, it was all
Yeah.
staged. Monty Berkowitz was doing the video. I think Benny was ahead of me.
Okay.
Okay,
Um, one more. What words of
what you say?
what words of inspiration do you have for the world?
Um, the world inspires me, so it's like kind of the opposite. Anything that I create, anything that I write, is because I see what I see in other people. I see Mesiras Nefesh. I see plain regular people living lives, unbelievable lives, without sometimes getting paid, without credit, without fame, without fortune. And that is a tremendous inspiration. And, you know, as someone who gets inspired by you, I really want to thank you. I want to thank everyone. I want to thank all the listeners. And every single act that a person does, whether people know about it, people don't know about it, we have no idea what a huge rush it's making in Shemayim.
Um,
And that's what I would say.
mm,
Thank you so much, Yuda. I really have to run. I really appreciate it. And Hatzlacha. I'm looking
okay.
forward to how this comes out.
I hope we can do it again with more questions.
Okay, Vedras Hashem. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
bye.
Good Shabbos. Bye.